Hello once again, all these. It's your boy Ellen here with MOBS here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we've got another mod showcase, and today we're going to be taking a look at MOWZIE'S MOBS. So what this mod does is it adds in a bunch of mobs and items that all have like unique abilities and whatnot. So let's get right into it, shall we? So, the first mob you're going to want to have to take note of is the ferrous. They will usually spawn in jungles, and they won't just go after players. They will go after any kind of mob they will come across. Whether it be bees, pretty much anything you come across will be eaten by them. Their health does regenerate over time every time they eat a mob. So if I were to give myself some gear, whoops, no. Yeah, these guys will emerge every time something approaches them, whether it be a player or a mob. And every time you kill them, they will drop a few seeds, which you can then use to grow your own baby ferrous. And of course, every now and then you would have to feed them meat in order for them to grow into their full size. And even after then, you think they would be friendly towards you. Well, they are not, because even then they will still attack you, and of course anything that they come across. But of course, they can be used, however, as house defense, because they can actually come, because of the fact that they kill every single mob that they come across. That includes modded mobs. And of course, the best way to kill these guys is with a bow or crossbow, if you will. So yeah, basically the best way to fight them is with ranged weapons. So yeah, that's the ferrous. No, ferrous. Now, for the next mob on our list, this is the ferrous grotol. Goliath had 10 health. This guy has 40. So if I were to summon like an iron golem to try to fight him, he does not take any damage at all. And you can see that he hits for 30 damage. That is insane. So if I were to go into survival mode to try to fight this guy, and already he decided to swing his forward swing attack, which of course makes his backside vulnerable. He insta-killed that zombie and he instantly broke my shield. So it's important that you bring a lot of shields with you if you don't want to get your health fucked up by this guy. And of course you should also bring your 50 golden apples if you want to fight this guy. And as you can see, he is hard to kill since he's damaged. And of course, he does a wide variety of attacks, like his stomp attack, swinging his axe in a somewhat motion. And of course, he has an attack where he swings twice, and another where he swings 3 times. And of course, when he does his forward swing attack, that will be when his axe gets stuck in the ground, and then you will be able to hit him. See that he dropped his brought helm, which never breaks, even though it has less defense than another right helmet, but it's alright. It's quite worth it for such an amazing looking helmet. And of course, his axe. If I were to like swing this and right click, see that it does that particular animation. If I were to shift and right click, you can see that it does a forward swinging motion, which also shakes the ground and does quite a decent amount of damage too. Like, say if I were to fight something like a zombie or something. See that. And of course, attacking normally would do about like 9 damage. And this swing attack, yeah, as you can see, it does quite some damage. And it does AoE damage. Ah! It just got that skeleton right into the lava there. So the next mob we have on our list is the Barracoa. These guys usually be traveling around in patrols in the savannah biome, but you can also find these guys in villages. They will usually trade stuff for gold. And these guys also beat you with darts, which can be used for the glow gun, which is another item that you can get from them. Even a spear. And of course, The only way to get these guys to trade with you is if you wear one of their masks that they drop upon death. And of course, their village is led by Barako, the Sun Chief. If you give this guy 7 gold blocks, Sun's Blessing effect, which can be used to fight off enemies. When you right-click the ground with a bare hand, you right-click with an empty hand on a nearby block, you can see that it shoots a beam from the sky. And of course, if I were to use this on, say, the sheep here, you can see that it does like AoE damage to them and lights them on fire. And if I were to shift and right click, it fires out some beams that do quite a bit of damage from a distance. And yeah. Oh, another mob trying to attack me. Like this. Yeah. Taste the power of Sun's Blessing. But of course, you can also go for Barako's mask if you want to fight him instead of wanting to trade with Barakoas. Oh, as you can see, there's like a few Barakoas as well as a Barakoana. These guys are the ones that lead the patrol.
Yeah.
And this is what gets these Barakoas to drop their masks, which can be used to trade with the other Barakoas in the village. So if I were to fight this guy, as you can see, he does these like different attacks, and he summons other Barakoas to help him. And these guys, they're actually dedicated to healing. That one wasn't really that smart. This guy has 150 health, and these other Barakoas have 8 health. Yeah, you can see that these guys really like to heal their chief beef. So if you see them pulling the heals off, kill them as quickly as possible. And of course, these particular healers will be glowing so that way you can find them and then kill them off. And these guys really like dodging arrow attacks. Of course, any Barakoa around him will die if you kill him. And he will drop his mask. The Soul Visage. Soul Visage, I don't know how you pronounce it. And of course, whenever you have this equipped, you can use these to throw out other Barakoa masks. And they can be used to fight by your side. course, these guys can actually heal you in battle. Because they think that you're the chief instead of the other guy. You can see another one of these patrollers. So if I were to go into speed event, there's another dude called the Barracuda. I don't really exactly know where you find this guy. Oh wait. This is one of the dudes that you summon with the So yeah, that is all the Barracuda in its kind. And of course, if you right-click these guys, summoned ones, you can turn them back into their respective masks. They will lose their ability as they fight for you because of the fact that they are dependent on their health. Not one of the ones I summoned. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, I will show you some of the weapons that they can trade you when they are at your village. Like the blowgun, for instance. Which can be used to shoot enemies. It doesn't really do that much damage, but it is a quick weapon. It has a quick draw time. And of course the spear, which has long reach actually. You can actually hit mobs from here, which is nice. So yeah. What's next? Oh yeah. Next mob we have here is the Frost Maw. So this guy will usually spawn sleeping, and he will be holding an ice crystal in his hand. But however, if you approach him, try to take the ice crystal for himself. Of course, you can, however, try to steal it from him before he wakes up, which is not easy to do. Or you can use an invincibility potion. He has 250 health, and he hits like a beast. And these other guys are actually fighting him because he's hitting them too. Ice crystal against him because that's like using ice on ice, which doesn't really work all that well. But normally when you do kill him, you will actually get the ice crystal that he has. Like, If I were to summon another one. I usually put the ice crystal in my mouth. He will be breathing ice from his mouth. Solid. Of course, if you were to try to get far away from him, he will throw an ice block at you. So yeah, it is really not easy to kill this dude at all. See how hard they're hitting him. And of course, he does drop the ice crystal normally upon the whenever he has it with him. Completely solid. Loses durability, but it does recharge over time. But yeah, that's pretty much the Frost Maw in a nutshell. So the next mob we have here is the lantern. They will use they are not hostile. They only have 4 health. They will usually spawn at nighttime over any like dark forest mile. And of course, if you kill them, they will drop their jelly, which you can then eat. You can get night vision for a whole minute, which is pretty nifty, I would say. Definitely beneficial for those that like night vision, but of course don't like the struggle for brewing potions. So yeah, that's all there is to it for the lantern. Next mob we have here is the grotol, and of course they can be killed for diamonds. And of course these dudes are actually pretty shy, and they will try to run away from you. And every time they do, after a while, they will actually burrow away in the stone and dirt. And of course, if you enchant a pickaxe with Silk Touch, you can actually capture one of these guys. These guys are really annoying, as you can see. So if I were to get a bunch of these dudes, I could capture at least one. So, come on. Did I get him? Oh, there he is. So yeah, as you can see, I got the captured grotol, which you can then use as like a little pet of your own. You can easily use for diamonds. Though I don't really think they're breedable. Of course, they cannot really be hurt any other way except for pickaxes, which they get killed in one hit with. Of course, they have really cool looking death animations. They cannot really be hurt by any other means except pickaxes. So the last mob of MOWZIE'S mobs is the Nog. They will usually be spawning in mountain edge biomes whenever they're close to the ocean. But the thing is, there was that biome within a reasonable distance, so I had to spawn one in myself. They will spawn in, they will shoot acid at you and poison you, and they will also swoop in at you, and they also dodge arrows. But if you do manage to hit one, if you do manage to hit a shot with an arrow, they will actually die. They will actually fall to the ground. I actually managed to kill that one. And whenever you kill them, they will drop their fangs, which can be used to make a dagger with the fang, an iron ingot, and a stick. And you can basically use the deck as a unique weapon. They don't really do that much damage, but it screams really quick. Just like the damage hit. And of course, it can poison things. Like if I were to go over to these pigs. Of course, deals double damage from behind. So if I were to deal behind damage on like a pig or something, it would do like 6 damage instead of 3. And of course, another thing that can be used with the Naga Fang is to make potions of poison resistance. Which is a very useful potion if you're fighting something like, let's say, a cave spider. Or a witch. It's usually they throw those annoying poison potions at you most of the time. Other times they throw like weakness. Yeah, the poison potion did absolutely nothing. Stupid witch, you can't get me now. Of course. Yeah. There are a few other items that I wanted to show you guys, like the painted acacia wood, which can be traded for from the Baracoa villagers. This, of course, and they're also crafted with their slabs. Of course, they're also found in their villages. And of course, they're also used in other various wood crafting recipes. There's also the thatch, which can be crafted with grass or tall grass. It doesn't really matter which one you use. It'll just use the thatch either way. Pretty much does the same thing as a hay bale, except it's made from, grass. And there's the mob remover, which can be used to instantly remove any mob from the mod at any given time. So if I were to left click, the ferrous rot knot is completely gone. And that lantern is also gone. It's really a creative only thing. You can't really craft it in any other way. The Earth Talisman is also a creative only item. So if I were to place this in my inventory to wield Geomancy, right click Earth and Ground with an empty hand to spawn boulder. Punch boulder to fire it as a projectile. Charge right click to spawn bigger boulders. While in the air, double tap and hold sneak to begin tunneling. Look in the direction you would like to dig. Release sneak to surface and stop tunneling. So, let's see. Yeah, that's basically what it does. Basically become like an earthbender in some sense. As you can see, that one pretty much just killed those pigs and that zombie pretty much instantly. Of course, you see the tunneling thing. It's kind of hard to do the tunneling ability, actually. these have some pretty interesting things. And the music disc that's in the mod. So let me just get a jukebox. I believe this is another item that you can get from the Maricoa villagers. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to show with the mod. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to press that like button and of course subscribe to the channel. See you guys next time.